Are you consistently posting videos on YouTube and yet failing to maximize on views and subscribers? Apart from creating excellent video content, what exactly must you be doing to rank better on YouTube? Let's find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have Sai Deshmukh, our business strategy manager and SEO expert at Merkle Sokrati, and she's going to be discussing the best practices to be followed while considering YouTube SEO optimization. Hi Sai. So when we think about YouTube, when we think about SEO in general, what comes to mind is Google, right?
Right.
But how important is it really for brands to consider YouTube SEO optimization if they are exhibiting the content on the platform? Can you,
So if you know that Google is a search engine, of course, but that's for textual results and website and everything. But when you look at YouTube, it is also a search engine, but it's specifically for videos. And we obviously know that Google is the largest one, right? So when you're talking about YouTube, it's bigger than Yahoo, Ask, and Bing combined, so that you try to gauge the enormity of this whole platform. So I think for any kind of brand, it is very much eminent to be present on such a channel where you have best of both worlds. So let's say you have a video which is fully SEO optimized. You not only have the opportunity to rank on the YouTube SERP, but also on the Google SERP as well, which is of course the largest search engine. So that gives you the best of both worlds. And in the same sense, some sort of traffic, some sort of relevant traffic can also be directed from Google to your website. So that's like a cherry on the cake. So I think it's really important and vital for all the brands, and it would be very foolish of not having your brand presence on YouTube, because the exposure on that particular platform is very, very big.
Right. So I guess there is a complementary action of the SEO present on the Google SERP and the YouTube SERP as well, and they're complementing each other to just create more visibility for audiences present out there. Okay, so we've been listening for quite some time from influencers and marketers that we should be creating video content which is more than 5+ minutes to just make sure that we are engaging with the audiences out there. But I recently read something about YouTube Shorts. Can you tell us what it is and if there are any benefits to?
So there are two things that YouTube has introduced. So Shorts is currently in the beta stage in India, and this is a short form video content. So we know that generally millennials and Gen Zers, they are obviously more attracted towards video content rather than text based content. And with all the surveys and polls that are going out there, I think the main percentage that is going out towards the Gen Zers is that they prefer short form content. So I think being that TikTok has gotten banned in India, there are dozens of other Chinese apps that have been banned. So I think YouTube has picked India as a very nice opportunity out there to test this out. So these short form videos, they are called as YouTube Shorts, and then there are stories. So in Shorts you have certain features where you can put your descriptions. The steps are very much easy. You just go onto the YouTube homepage, click on the plus sign. You get two options, which is Shorts and Stories. Stories will last for only 7 days, but Shorts are there forever. Okay. So they are also searchable. So let's say if you're creating any type of short content which is up to 15 seconds, and then if there are some stories as well, so that might extend up to 60 seconds. But then the main advantage of having Shorts over Stories is that the content remains on the platform, on your channel, and it is also searchable. So of course there's a given SEO advantage over there as well.
Right, so there's another on the plethora of opportunities that YouTube is already providing, there is additional.
And additionally to that, I think YouTube has a lot of features to offer. So let's say you have to reach a worldwide audience, so YouTube also has some multilingual tools, right? So because of that, I mean, there are closed captions, there are end screens, info cards, everything. So all of these features will give you that extra edge for your customer engagement as well as the retention.
I think the additional features that YouTube is coming up with provides, like content marketers and influencers, another, like plenty of opportunities that are coming up. So yeah, that's great. So apart from the standard guidelines that are present for YouTube optimization, are there any set of do's and don'ts that people or brands should be considering while optimizing?
Right. So there are set of YouTube policies which every channel should abide by, and adhering to those policies is really important because you do not want to get banned from YouTube and Google as well.
Right.
So do not create content which is related to maybe cyberbullying, any hate speeches, related to nudity maybe. So you just avoid those sort of content. Secondly, I think we have seen in most of the videos, right? The channel owner starts by saying, "Hey, hi, like my video, comment on it, subscribe on it, push the notification ring, and etc." So I think the very main important thing to notice over here is that you give a very strong CTA at the start and at the end of the video, which should be single.
Okay.
According to me, I think it should be subscribing because subscribers are one of the main ranking factors for YouTube algorithm as well. So I think subscribers are very much important. Apart from that, people and the YouTube analytics, they are kind of intertwined.
Okay.
And then you need to understand how the retention rate and engagement rate is there on your current channel and the videos that you're uploading. So let's say that people are really concerned about the views that they are getting, but apart from that, retention and engagement are also very much crucial. So YouTube Analytics offers a plethora of other options that helps you derive very meaningful insights, with the help of which you know that where your audience is getting dropped,
right,
where you need to include some type of engagement metrics. So let's say there are info cards at the end of the screen, at the end of the video you have your end screens. Maybe you can create some sort of playlists also, so that there is a structure that you follow to a particular channel. Let's say if you have a recipe channel, then you can have different sort of cuisines in a single playlist. So let's say there's Indian, there's Mexican, there's Chinese. So you can have different playlists. So there are these are very minute things, but then if you take care of it, I think the user base that we have for the particular channel will increase eventually.
So in a nutshell, we just have to make sure the profile is presentable, like we really worry about our Instagram profiles and everything, just to make sure that the YouTube profile is structured as well, and then we can obviously use analytics to move into the granular sections and diving into insights and everything.
And what is happening is that there are a lot of new channels that are coming up post the lockdown period, of course, post the COVID period. I think there are a lot of channels that are coming up. And what we have observed is these people use click generators to confuse the YouTube algorithm. That is actually a negative, a black hat practice for YouTube SEO. So what that click generator will do, YouTube algorithm is very, very smart enough to know that a click is getting generated within a second and that user is getting bounced off. So maybe your videos will be de-ranked because of this. So don't fall for such tools which are promising you some things like click generators or maybe subscribers. They are not trustworthy, and eventually you might get banned from all of these channels.
It was really a pleasure talking to you, and thanks for connecting.
Thank you.